What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Wall Street Bets Fails. If you like these videos, please drop a like or subscribe, it really helps us out a lot. Wall Street Bets is a forum where amateur stock and options traders discuss their biggest wins and losses, and we're here to keep track of it all. First off, we have the user TendyHunter11, who has had it pretty rough over the past month. He lost 93% of his portfolio, or $30,000, mostly from longing Boeing calls. He explains that prior to this month, he had been doing really well in the stock market, amassing $32,000 by riding silver as it ripped 50% higher. Unfortunately, it appears that this made him overconfident and he lost all of his money on Boeing calls expiring January 2021 with strike prices from $250 to $270. Boeing's stock prices plummeted over the past month, finishing off at $157, a far cry from the $250 strike prices of TendyHunter's calls. Consequently, the calls tanked in value and he sold them, locking in his massive losses.
What a joker!
Fellow Wall Street Bets users are quick to roast TendyHunter, talking about how Boeing is an old, lazy company that just extracts money from the military-industrial complex. User Simohaya says while Boeing may perform well in the long run, the current environment with regards to aerospace remains unfavorable. User Sola RPI compares TendyHunter to the infamous legend that is the guy. And user Short Beyond compares TendyHunter's Robinhood chart to the trajectory of the Boeing 737 MAX plane. But despite the disastrous past month, TendyHunter has no intentions on slowing down his YOLOing. He put his remaining $2,000 in Zoom calls, hoping that the high-flying tech stock can continue its massive outperformance it has enjoyed this year. How can you go wrong with Zoom? After all, it is a member of the Kramer COVID Index. But regardless of what happens, TendyHunter can take comfort in the fact that he has supplied Wall Street Bets with some browser's quality loss porn. Next up we have the user They Call Me Ryan, who may have found a Wall Street Bets user on LinkedIn. He found someone labeling his current job as a self-employed portfolio manager of his personal portfolio. This fits the description of many Wall Street Bets users. For example, the 7,500 of them who bought into Hertz shares after it filed for bankruptcy. User McFangus points out that many Wall Street Bets users are unemployed like this LinkedIn user, and user I'm So Lazy talks about some criticisms of LinkedIn. He takes issue with the cliche motivational posts that infest LinkedIn and claims that despite their mental disabilities, Wall Street Bets users are much more courageous and willing to take risks to generate alpha. Next off, we have the user FriendlyAutist, who posts a screen recording of his Robinhood portfolio. He managed to lose 99% of his portfolio, or almost $10,000 since March. He was traumatized after the market sell-off in March and turned into a bear, buying puts aggressively starting in June. Unfortunately, the market continued to rise, causing his puts to become almost worthless. He laments the fact that the past year of Robinhood trading has taught him nothing, and the gut-wrenching experience of losing all of his money was not fun. To make matters worse, it appears that your FriendlyAutist lives paycheck to paycheck and must wait until his next payday to recapitalize his account. Fellow Wall Street Bets users sympathize with your FriendlyAutist, saying it must be hard to cope with losing all of his hard-earned money. Fortunately, your FriendlyAutist has a can-do attitude and plans to make back his losses by starting an OnlyFans. We wish you luck on your new OnlyFans adventure. Next we have user Haiti817, who posts a screenshot of his Robinhood portfolio down 77%, or $16,000. He lost his money by playing options on C0 Diagnostics, a volatile coronavirus company. The stock has tanked 50% in the past month, costing the user to have a huge loss. But despite this rough month, Haiti817 is actually up 50% since he started, as he initially only had $3,400 in his account. Many Wall Street Bets users criticize him for his brazen attempt at diamond hands, saying once he gets to 15K, he should take some profits. Haiti817 says he thought about this, but he has a nagging feeling that one more YOLO and he could turn $15,000 into $100,000. This greed ultimately costs him everything. Better luck next time, Haiti817. Next up is the user TrimFinch. TrimFinch is a relative newcomer to Wall Street Bets, but has made good progress in his time in the forum, and is finally starting to get the hang of Wall Street Bets style. His weapon of choice was fractional shares of Tesla, of which he bought $5,000 worth on August 31st. His attempt to ride the Elon Musk momentum failed, as Tesla had its pullback right after he bought. To make matters worse, the pullback seemed to have had a relief on the same day he sold Tesla. The comment section was very quick to criticize his lack of diamond hands, questioning his mental state. Others considered an inverse strategy using his positions as a contrarian indicator. Some also expressed ignorance of what shares are, commenting that regular stock is only what retirees invest with. Next, we have the user Wolf of Weed Stocks. Similarly to the previous person, Wolf of Weed Stocks has learned how to lose significant money in the span of less than a few days. He lost his money on Tesla and SPY options, seemingly inversing the market with every play. He even suggests that people inverse his portfolio for gains. When you lose $14,000 in less than a week in basically a straight line, it's easy to see how he would feel this way. A commenter highlights that his emotions are getting in the way of his Wall Street Bets judgment. Other commenters share their similar losses, including one person who is up thousands of dollars in the beginning of the day, only to lose everything by the end of the day. Overall, Wolf of Weed Stocks only lost about 14% of his portfolio, so hopefully he has what it takes to make back some of those losses. Finally, we have the user Fat4God This user was all in on Netflix puts, $73,000 worth, all expiring on September 11th. The strike price was $460. As of the close on expiry on September 11th, Netflix stock was just above $480 a share, meaning his puts all expired completely worthless.
What a joker!
The commenters were, unsurprisingly, unsympathetic. Another commenter asked what he wants the community to help him with given his dire situation. In response, he says he just wants people to avenge him by using his insight to buy logical puts for the impending market crash. Alright guys, that's it for this round of Wall Street Bets fails. We'll be back next time with more of Wall Street Bets' biggest YOLOs and fails. Wall Street Bets fails, signing out.